Hello, my name is Sally Pinto, and I'm the Program Director for the Yonkers NORC, Neighborhood Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. We serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We are under the auspices of WJCS and the Yonkers Office for the Aging. We also have a resource specialist and a nurse on staff. We conduct virtual programming in partnership with the Yonkers Public Library on a daily basis. Enjoy the program.
For having me. It's a joy to start the morning together with you guys. So here we are. It's Wednesday, and we're working with the body-mind connection. There are many ways of doing that. One is through yoga. Another is pickleball. I taught my first pickleball clinic yesterday, so that was exciting for me. The way I wanted to do this class was, so my plan is that I'm using inspiration from this book. Pema Chodron is an American Buddhist nun, and these are some of her writings. The writing I'm going to read later, the title is A More Adventurous Way to Live. A More Adventurous Way to Live. So that's like the idea, the thought, the story we could think about if we want to. And then we're going to do the same physical practice that we did last week. And my plan is to do the same practice now for a number of weeks, so we can learn it and notice if there is a difference. So that's the plan. And then the last 15 minutes or something, we'll do a seated meditation together. And then I'll read the rest of the text from Pema Chodron. So that's the plan for the day. Okay. So let's come to a start. So all of you already decided to be here. That's often the hardest part, to actually sign up. To actually click on that link and say, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do this. So you can already check the box for signing up. And then finding your seat, sitting up tall, just checking in with your body. How does my body feel today? How does the physical body feel today? Do I feel tight? Do I feel open? Am I tired? Do I feel awake? Is there any pain anywhere? Just giving myself, or give yourself, a kind of weather report. So what's the weather like today? Do I feel like a blue sky with a few clouds here and there? Or is there thunder and lightning? Is it windy? What kind of weather is going on in my physical body? And then if you want to, you can bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And maybe notice what part of your physical body is moving when you're breathing. On the inhale, is the rib cage moving? Maybe the belly, maybe the shoulders, or what part of your physical body is moving when you're breathing? And then if you wanted to, you could explore your thoughts and feelings. So what kind of stories are you telling yourself right now? And to that story, there's an emotion connected. There's a story, there's an emotion, and then there is a expression in your body. That's the body-mind connection. I create a story, I connect an emotion to that story, and my body is gonna express that in different ways. So maybe I'm creating the story that a tiger is hunting me. My breathing is going to be very shallow and fast, 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 because I'm going to try to run. And my body is going to get tight and ready to run or fight. A body-mind connection. All right, now if you want to, you can bring your awareness to your feet. And then lift the heels, lift the toes. Notice the connection to earth. And then maybe bringing your awareness to your sitting bones. Notice how your sitting bones are connecting to the chair. And then bringing awareness to the crown of the head, and notice how the crown of the head is like reaching up towards the ceiling, sitting really tall. The spine is getting longer. And then if you want to, you can place your hands on your knees and then start the cat-cow movement, warming up the spine. Exhale and round, inhale into a back bend. Maybe you can imagine feeling every vertebrae moving, one after the other, rolling up, rolling down. Every vertebrae moving in your spine. You can do this slowly, or you can do this fast. You choose. And then eventually, when you're ready, if you're ready, coming back to stillness, and then place the hands in cactus, and then gently swing from side to side. Maybe you'd like to check in with your physical body. Notice, how does this feel? You can go swimming. It's getting warmer out. The water is still cold, but eventually, maybe you will go into the water and go swimming. You can swim backwards. And then back to neutral. Maybe lift the shoulders up and down a few times. Maybe hold them up here. Hold them, hold them, hold them, hold them, and then release. And then up and down a few times. And then hold them, hold them, hold them, hold them, and release. Let those hands become like blinking stars. Open and close, open and close. It's a lot of muscles in the hand and the fingers and the forearm. Open and close, open and close. And when you get tired, continue a little bit longer, a little bit longer. Building strength. Maybe you can distract yourself a little bit, move the arms, keep on blinking. I know this is a lot of work, and you're building strength. You're looking for discomfort, not pain. Building strength, and then eventually release. Shake it out. Look at the thumb, and then draw a big circle, a big circle, a big circle. Biggest circles you can draw. What color would you use? What is your favorite color? And then you can draw the other way. And then back to neutral. Look at your left thumb, draw a big circle, big circle. Are you using the same color, or is it a different color? You can go one way, and then you can go the other way. And then back to neutral. This time, shake out the arm. Let's bring the arms out and then open and close, like rotate the arms. Rotate the arms. And holding the arms out like this, rotating them takes a lot of strength. After a while, maybe you feel tired, stay a little bit longer, really try to straighten those elbows, reach the fingers away. A few more times, a few more times. When you feel like quitting and stopping, ask yourself, can I do that a few more times, building strength, and then release. And then bring the arms behind your back, hold on to onto the forearms or opposite elbows as far as you find a place where you feel a little bit of discomfort. And then you can sit there for a while. If you want to, you can close your eyes. Find the tightness around the shoulders or arms or where you feel the tightness, and then breathe into that tightness. Using the breath as some kind of warming, healing, cleaning water. That comes in and rinses and cleans and heals whatever needs to be healed in your body. And then release, shake it out. Hands back on your knees. And now bring awareness to your sitting bones and then shift from side to side, transferring the weight from side to side. And then if you'd like, you can start making big circles. You can go one way, you can go the other way. And then coming back to neutral. This time, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. And then lifting that right knee up and make big circles. The core is working, you're building strength in the core, building strength in your leg, and also opening up the hip. And then you can go the other way, circle the other way. And then this time, step that leg out wide. Use your elbows on your knees. Feel your strength here. Lengthen the spine, long neck. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can bring the hands down towards the floor. Maybe walk your hands forward as far as you can. Stay there. Breathe into the tightness. And then maybe drop the head. Let the arms be heavy. Inhale, come back up. Now take that right leg and bring it up over for like a seated pigeon or a figure four. Use your hands and place the fingers in between the toes to open up the toes. And then using the elbow to gently guide that right knee out. You can sit still, or maybe you want to add a little bit of movement. Maybe back and forth. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. What works for you? Maybe you like to move that foot a little bit back and forth. Flex it, point it, flex it, point it. Maybe give the toes a little bit of a more massage and work with the toes, spread the toes, use your fingers to spread the toes. And then back to neutral. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Lift the left knee up, big circle. The core is working. The leg is working. And we're opening up the hip joint. You can go the other way. And then step out wide, elbows on knees, lengthen the spine, lengthen the spine. And then if you want to, you can bring your hands down, walk your hands forward, find the tightness, breathe into the tightness. And drop the head, drop the arms. And then inhale, come back up. And then come into a seated pigeon or a figure 4. On the other side, use your fingers, place your fingers in between the toes, open up the toes. Elbow is gently guiding that knee out wide. Stay here for a moment. And then if you want to, add some, like you can't, you either stay still, or if you want to, maybe rock back and forth, side to side. Find something that works for you. And then coming back to neutral. Okay, we're going to work with the legs now. So I'm going to sit far back on my chair, bring the heels pretty close to the chair, and we're going to go up and down a number of times. So I transfer the weight forward and then come up and then back down. This is one way of doing this. If you want more, you come down and you just touch the chair and then you come back up again. Just touch the chair and then come back up again. You can do this fast, you can do this faster, or you can do it really slow. Maybe stay over the chair. Just stay, just barely touch the chair. Stay there, build strength. Come up and then come back down. Maybe sit back for a moment, then up and down a few times. And when you feel tired and you feel like stopping, do it a few more times. That's when we start building strength. Getting a little bit out of the comfort zone. All right, and then eventually coming all the way up to standing. Okay. Let's swing the arms from side to side. And then maybe bending the knees, bend the knees. And you can bend the knees a lot or a little, your choice. Maybe you want to look behind you and let those arms go. Maybe you want to let the arms go this way. Let's have the arms swing this way. Back and forth, back and forth. All right, and then bring the arms in cactus. And then do the gentle twisting. We did this seated, and now we're doing it standing. Gentle twisting from side to side. Starting in cactus, and then maybe you like to start swimming. Reaching forward, reach forward, and then imagine that you are in water. There is resistance. Reach forward, and then use that water to move forward. Maybe you want to swim backwards. And then shake it out. Lift the shoulders, release. Lift, release. Lift, release. Bring those arms out. Out, out, out. Reach the fingertips away from each other. Straighten the elbows. Maybe turn up and down. Turn the hands, turn the arms. It takes strength and patience and resilience to keep those arms straight. Straighten those elbows. And release. Arms in cactus again. Knee to elbow, knee to elbow. The core is working. We're working with balance. We're strengthening the legs. Maybe cross the midline. I see a lot of good work there. Maybe bring the knee up high and kick forward. Maybe kick out to the side. And then release. Now, blinking stars. Open and close the hands. Open and close the fingers. Spread the fingers as much as you can. Open and close. The forearms quickly get tired. We're building strength. And then release. Okay, blinking stars all the way up towards the ceiling. Reach for something. Reach for that star that you really like and bring it down to you. What is the color of your favorite star? And then release. Hands on your hips and then kick yourself in the butt. Kick yourself in the butt. All right. Now, spread those hands again, spread the fingers. Imagine that there's something heavy and you push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away. Something you no longer need. Push it away and hold it there, hold it away from you. Maybe it wants to come closer again. Oh, and it's so heavy. Oh, and you have to, and then you push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away. And maybe it comes closer again. It comes closer. It's hard. You're resisting it. It almost comes back, but then you push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away. And then kick it away. Kick it away. Kick it away. Kick to the side. And kick behind you. Nicely done. And release. Okay, let's do hands on hips again. Toes are pointing forward. And then just shifting the weight from side to side. And then lift the foot a little bit. Lift the foot a little bit. Toes are pointing forward. Working with the outside of the hip. And maybe you can balance for a moment there. If you want to, you can balance for a moment. And after a while, you start feeling that the muscles on the outside of the leg, they're working pretty hard. You're getting tired, do a little bit longer, maybe practice balance. And the floor is right there when you need it. The floor is right there when you need it. All right, and then release. Let's do 3 sun salutations. I'll guide you through it. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down to the midline. Second time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. Last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. And then let's stay there. If you want to, you can imagine that you're holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. Body-mind connection. I can create the story that I love myself, I have compassion for myself, and my physical body might respond. And release. Okay, so now let's do another sequence, the Sun A sequence. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and step back to plank posture, top of a push-up. My fingers are spread. We already did this standing. So we're just doing the same thing, but we're like, now we're using it with the chair. You can use your feet to move back and forth, open up the calf muscles, core is working. And then from here, come into down dog. So push the hips back far, coming into down dog. Try to straighten those elbows, spread the fingers. And we have prepped for this. We have prepped for this. Now, lift the right leg up and out. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can breathe knee to elbow. And then back up, knee to the other elbow. So knees and elbows, they like each other. So maybe your knee wants to connect to your elbow. And then eventually taking a step forward and finding warrior one. Stepping forward, releasing the back heel down. Everything is pointing forward. Warrior one, checking things out. Checking things out. All right, if you want to, you can bring those arms out wide again. Fingertips are reaching away from each other. Maybe do that rotation again. Rotating the arms, rotating the arms. And then if you want to, you can bring the arms behind you, holding on to opposite forearms or elbows, and just hang out there. Maybe bend that front knee a little bit more. If the knee is passing the foot, walk the foot forward. We want the knee to be over that, like the ankle. So if you want to bend the knee more, walk the foot forward a little bit more. And then notice, where do you feel tightness? So we're working with the strength on the front leg and opening up the back leg. All right, now place the hands on the chair, lift the back foot coming into warrior three, working with the hamstring, get stronger. Maybe you want to come up on your fingertips, working with balance. Maybe you'd like to bring the hands out for warrior three. Lot of strength building around the right hip, left hamstring. And then eventually come back to standing. So let's try the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back to plank posture, top of a push-up. You can use your feet. Core is working. And then hips go back, finding a down dog. Now lift the left leg up. Hamstring is working. Try to straighten that back knee. Elbows are straight, knees are straight. And then if you want to, maybe the knee wants to connect to the elbow. The left one, the right one. So the knee wants to connect with elbow. That's a possibility. And then stepping forward, release the back heel back, down, and finding warrior one. Everything is facing forward. Check that knee, see, is it moving past your toes so you don't see your toes? Then walk your foot forward. And then find a place where you feel like the front leg is working a little bit and the back leg is working. Bring the arms out. The fingers are reaching away from each other. Straighten those elbows. And then start rotating the arms. Rotating arms and shoulders. Keeping those shoulders flexible. And eventually bringing the arms behind you. Hold on to opposite forearms or elbows. And just hang out there. Breathe into the tightness. You could imagine your breath as warm water, rinsing, cleaning, opening up, bringing back life force into your physical body. You have stuff to do. Release, hands on the chair. And then lift the back leg coming into warrior 3. You can stay here, or you can come up on your fingertips, or maybe even bring the arms off the chair. Working with balance, a lot of strength in that standing leg. You can do this for a long time or a short time. And then coming back to standing. Okay, second sequence, standing sequence. We're going to inhale to chair posture, bend your knees. Exhale to Anjali Mudra, hands in front of you. Shift the weight to the left leg, right heel comes off the floor. Take a big step behind you, open up the pelvic half, finding warrior 2. Fingertips are reaching away from each other. Try to straighten those elbows. It takes effort to straighten the elbows. Maybe bending that front knee a little bit more. Maybe walk that foot a little bit further. How much are you willing to push yourself today? Every day is different. Flip the front hand. Reverse the warrior. Legs are working. That left side of your body is opening up. And then from here, elbow to knee again. So those elbows and knees, they like each other. Elbow to knee. And maybe bringing the top arm up and over. Extended side angle. Front leg is working hard here. Stay a little bit longer than you want. If this is too hard, just straighten the leg a little bit, come back up. And then back to warrior 2. Can you stay a little bit longer? Do you feel the burn in that leg? Building strength. Eventually straighten the knee, hands on your hips. Let the front hand glide down the front leg. Trikonasana. Come back to warrior 2. Now, bring the hands to the chair. Lift that back leg. Look at the big toe. You can stay here, or maybe you can dip it in the water, lift it up. Dip it in the water and lift it up. Working with strength in that outer part of the leg. And then back to standing. Okay, let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Shift the weight to the right, left heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic half, finding warrior two. How much do you want to bend that front knee? Fingertips are reaching away from each other, away from each other. Elbows are straightening, that takes effort. Flip the front hand, reverse. And then the elbow wants the knee. The elbow wants the knee. Elbow and knee are connecting. Extended side angle. The front leg is working hard. Is it too much? Straighten it, bend it again. Find a way that works for you. Building strength. When you want to quit, just stay a little bit longer. Imagine what it's going to feel like when you are a little bit stronger. Eventually coming back to warrior two. Maybe take a break, maybe come back into it. And then straighten that front leg, hands on your hips. The front arm goes down for Trikonasana. Come back up to warrior two. And then hold on to the chair. Lift that back leg. Look at your big toe. Look at your big toe. You can stay here or maybe dip the toe in the water and lift it up. Dip the toe in the water, lift it up. And then back to standing. Okay, let's try a tree posture. So you can always use the chair, or if you prefer, try without the chair and just be a smaller tree. Smaller tree. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. One big tree. Maybe this is your tree. Maybe standing here with both feet on the earth is your tree. If you want to, you can shift the weight to one leg and the other heel comes off the floor. This is already balancing and stressful for the body. It's like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you taking one foot off the floor? I want both feet on earth. When the body notices, the breathing often changes. It becomes shallower and faster because it's stressful. And then your mind can tell your body, wait a second, we've done this before, we've got this. I can lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. And maybe I can lift those toes off the floor for a moment and keeping my balance. Checking with my breathing. Maybe this is easy for me. Maybe I want to come into a traditional yoga tree posture, or maybe I'm more adventurous and I want to do, I don't know, a very unique tree. Maybe I want to use the chair and make like a tree sculpture. Eventually coming back to earth with both feet. Okay, pressing feet and hands together. This might be your tree. If you want to, you can shift the weight to the other leg and then the opposite heel comes off the floor. The body is going to react. It's going to send out signals. Uh-oh, what's going on? The breathing becomes shorter. And your mind is going to talk to the breathing, talk to the body. We got this. We're building strength, we're building balance. Lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. Calming the nervous system down. And then maybe you want to just bring the toes off the floor for a moment. Just for a moment. Maybe it's easier if you bring your arms out. Lot of strength building in the standing leg. And that lifting leg is like, it's just having fun. Doing crazy stuff. Going on an adventure. And if I fall, the floor is right there. It's right there. And then eventually coming back to standing. Okay, one more thing. I'm going to place the hands on the chair. I'm going to step back a little bit. I'm going to spread the toes and release the knees down. Forearms on the chair. Forearms on the chair. I'm going to engage the core. I'm going to lift the knees off the floor and then come back again. Leaning heavily on my forearms, lifting the knees off. And do that, just touching the knees on the floor and lifting up and down a few times. It's a lot of core work here. And then maybe I want to bring my hips towards my heels for child's posture. Come back up, lean onto your forearms. The forearms are strong and stable. Lift the knees off the floor and then walk the feet a little bit closer for dolphin. Now, armpits are moving towards your legs. And then eventually bending the knees, hands on the chair, maybe hands on your knees, and then slowly coming back up to standing. Okay, let's get ready for a seated meditation now. So, what does meditation look like? Well, it's pretty, there are different ones, but this is the most basic and the most efficient, in my opinion. I'm sitting, I focus on my breathing. I notice the inhale, I notice the exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then I start thinking. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do next. I'm thinking about the kids. Did I feed the dog? All this thinking is going on. And then comes the moment of awareness. Oh, I'm thinking. And then I know, oh, I'm thinking, and I bring my awareness back to the breathing. I notice the inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then at some point, I'm going to start thinking again. Oh, I wonder, did I pay that bill? Or did I sign up for that class? And here I go again. And after a while, I'm going to become aware of my thinking. Okay, I'm thinking. I'll bring my awareness back to my breathing. I notice the inhale and the exhale. That's meditation. Okay, before we start, I'll read this little short chapter paragraph from Pema Chodron, American Buddhist monk. A more adventurous way to live. There's a common misunderstanding among all the human beings who have ever been born on the earth that the best way to live is to try to avoid pain and just try to get comfortable. You can see this even in insects and animals and birds. All of us are the same. A much more interesting, kind, adventurous, and joyful approach to life is to begin to develop our curiosity, not caring whether the object of our inquisitiveness is bitter or sweet. To lead a life that goes beyond pettiness and prejudice and always wanting to make sure that everything turns out on our own terms. To lead a more passionate, full, and delightful life than that, we must realize that we can endure a lot of pain and pleasure for the sake of finding out who we are and what this world is, how we tick, and how our world ticks, how the whole thing just is. A more adventurous way to live. Okay, so we have 10 minutes. We're gonna maybe do like 9 minutes of seated meditation. I'll be quiet, and then after 9 minutes, I'll tell you. Okay, here we go. If you want to, you can close your eyes, or you can keep your eyes open, or have a like a low gaze. Bringing your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And whenever you catch yourself thinking, just bring your awareness back to your breathing. And now I will be quiet. Before moving, just sense your hands. Wiggle your fingers. Notice your feet. Wiggle your toes. Gently move your head from side to side, a slow awakening. Deep breath into your belly. Let it out. Lengthen your spine. Maybe bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. If you want to, you can bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Maybe thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Gently open your eyes, look at the floor in front of you. Raise your gaze. And thank you so much for joining me this Wednesday morning. Working together is easier and more fun.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.